Attention listener, the following broadcast has been created for entertainment and comedy purposes. If you do not find it funny or entertaining, just don't listen. LOL. Nobody is forcing you.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Perth's 81st Best Podcast with me, T. Well, it's actually the best podcast with me because I'm the only me there is. I'm T. Welcome back. Welcome. Oh, I'm not in the middle. I'm not doing my own rule. I might fix that.
That was one rule. There you go.
Let's give that a round two. Hello everybody and welcome back to Perth's 81st Best Podcast hosted by me, T. But it is actually the best podcast hosted by me. I'm good at repeating myself, aren't I? Welcome back, everyone. I'm here again. I'm going to keep saying it because people aren't listening to me. Go follow, go subscribe, and go like. Tell your mum to go do it. Tell your grandma to go do it. Steal their phone. Just go on their YouTube, on their Instagram, search the Absolute Nonsense Podcast. And we actually have TikTok now. I believe. When this episode comes out, I'm sure it will be there. I've made the account. It's also the Absolute Nonsense Podcast. And hopefully things pop off. I'm a very confident guy and I'm excited. But now, allow me to introduce my guest at this time. And I'm going to read what I wrote about you. I've actually found that it's actually really easy just to go on people's socials to figure out what to say about them because they write them themselves. So this is what she wrote about herself. She is the Lash Lioness, the Glorious Mess, drag artist, theatre kid, broochie, which I have to know what that is, statement earrings and accessories wearer, bird lover, and for a brief stint did some DJing. We have the drag queen Moxie Hart.
Hey, how you doing?
Hello.
Thank you for that intro that I partly wrote myself.
You're welcome. Thank you. Oh, I forgot to turn these. Oh, it's fine actually, because they get cut out anyway. Yes, no, thank you. You're the one who's done all the work. I've just figured out a way to say it to the masses. The masses, as far as we can say the masses, because I guess 100 people is a lot of people. I guess.
Remember, this is going to be in the future, and you're manifesting the TikTok and everything.
Yes, true.
Yes,
manifestation. Yes. Let's go.
They're out there. They'll be there. They're listening right now.
They'll find us. I'm looking at you. Let's say your name is Carl Johnson. Looking at you. Welcome to the podcast. Thank you for following us on TikTok. But yes, thank you for coming on. I say this to everyone. I appreciate it so much just for you saying yes. You even responding. You'd be surprised the amount of people that just don't respond, but a lot of the people have been responding and either saying yes or no, which is a lot better than not a response.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Now we're done with all the gratitude in the room. Let's start the show with my random questions that sometimes change, but sometimes don't, depending on how I feel. So you ready?
I'm ready.
You ready?
Yeah.
You're ready. All right. What do you do first? Do you brush your teeth or use mouthwash?
Brush my teeth.
Brush your teeth. I feel like I should change that one. It's getting too basic. I'm hoping for the day that somebody goes like...
I know, I was expecting the tiger conspiracy question. So that was a real, I was primed, oh shit, it's going to give me the tiger question. And it was...
No, I told you, sometimes I mix it up.
Right, I did it. I answered it.
Yes, like I said, you're the first person who I've had on that's done the research. So you must have been a great student. No? Yes? No?
Great student?
Great student.
I just to get an idea of what I'd agreed to, I guess.
True. And you've agreed for absolute nonsense.
Great, I love it. That's why I'm here.
If you could switch places with any celebrity for a day, who would it be?
That's really hard. Can you ask me about tigers?
Now people want the tiger question. I've been told the tiger question is too much.
It is. I still don't. Even though I had heard you ask two people about it, I still didn't know how I was going to respond. I was like, Tiger conspiracy theories? What is this? Are they like, no. It's like I'm a theatre kid and a performer. Like I can't think of who I would choose right now, but maybe someone who was on Broadway or like was in like a favourite show, like, and where I would just like have that like, yeah, an opportunity to just
Do something
perform
big.
it. Yeah.
Be with the stars
Yeah.
on the Broadway. I've only been to one Broadway show.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty impressive. It was Charlie and the Chocolate Factory when it came to Crown.
Oh yeah, I saw that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coolest thing that I still remember is the thing they did with the letter, you know.
Yeah, the special effects in it were
flew across the room.
Yeah, the special effects were really cool. It was kind of scary. Like,
Yeah.
I was like the little kids there. I was like, is he giving him nightmares from this? Yeah.
If you could live in any fictional world from a book or movie, which one would you choose?
There's like Barbie Land has been getting a lot of press recently.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah. The first redhead
Which version do I want?
Barbie.
Like Barbie when she's just having a summer party girl parties, or when it's like Ken Land. But you know, having a happy like medium of the two, you know? Have you seen the Barbie
No.
movie? Oh,
I was about to ask, what's Kenland? Is that
Oh, it's kind of like when all the Kens
where all the Kens live?
Kens sort of take over and it all turns into like horses and stuff like that.
Yes, I'm sure by the time this comes out, I would have seen it.
Yeah.
I will like put a note on the screen that says I have or I haven't to see when that happens.
Yeah, so let's hang out in Barbie Land.
Perfect. If you could travel to any point in history, where would you go?
Like I actually teach history.
Oh, yes, you do, yes.
Yeah. In my Muggle job as a teacher.
Muggle job.
Yeah.
Big Harry Potter fan. Why didn't you say Harry Potter then?
Well, yeah, I heard other people had said Harry Potter. Sounds like you'd had that reply a few times, yeah?
Yeah, I've had it a couple of times.
Yeah, so it was the first thing that came to me. Otherwise, I thought,
you want to be special.
I was trying to change things up for you.
She just kept it easy for yourself. Don't worry about me.
What's the question?
I don't know.
The point in history.
Travel in history.
Which
Yeah,
point in
travel
history would I want to
would
go to, despite the kind of horrible living conditions people had? Oh, so it would have to be, I was thinking like medieval times, just like a bit of that kind of, but you'd have to want to be like a wealthy person in that time period because life, it was pretty awful for like.
You'd be cleaning up horse poop.
That's it. Yeah.
No,
But,
yeah.
maybe a little.
Did you make your bed this morning?
No.
If you could magically transform into any inanimate object, what would it be?
I think because I really love jewelry and accessories and stuff, I'd want to be an object that isn't just like stuck in one room, like no view, just one place, like an opportunity to get out and travel and like do fun things.
Yeah.
So if I was, if I could be an inanimate object, I want to be like a really like glamour fun accessory that belonged to a cool person that would like wear me and like take me out, and I would just get to like see all the fun things. Like, yeah.
It will be. I see where you're going, but cool people only wear things once. Like what you always see on TV is like celebrities only wear an outfit one time and then never wear it again.
Maybe like an outfit, but what about like a really nice pair of earrings?
Oh, okay, yeah, nice pair of like diamond, 19 carat.
Ones that they get out, they get to see the good stuff.
The ones that like blind you when if the light hits them the right way.
Yeah, I don't want to be an object that's just doesn't get to go anywhere.
When you were saying that you wanted to be something I don't wear, you wanted to be something that was worn that would go everywhere. I was looking at your glasses, like glasses for somebody who really can't see much without the glasses, and then you'd be everywhere.
That's true. Yeah, and I'd be ones with like funky frames, so
yeah, funky frames. Yeah, because you're
a funky frame pair of like glasses. Yeah. That's true. Then you're getting to see everything.
And you legitimately help someone see everything.
And helping. Sharing my gift of sight.
And then speaking of sunglasses, jeez, I'm stuck at your funky jewelry. You've got Mr. Burns earrings on.
Yes.
Of Mr. Burns when
I bring you love.
Yes. Like that Halloween episode when he was E.T. and he was glowing and he came out.
Yes. Isn't that Who Shot Mr. Burns? Who Shot Mr. Burns episode.
Oh, yeah. No, it's not the same episode, is it? No, because he does go
No,
missing.
oh no, it's just when he's on his happy juice, and he. Like,
Yeah.
goes out, yeah.
Yeah, and he starts. Yeah. Now we're gonna go into a deep hole
Of Simpsons.
Simpsons.
Simpsons references.
No, because he was just in the hospital when Mr. Burns got shot. No, and then he was in a coma. And,
So
and Maggie shot Mr. Burns. For anyone
Oh,
thinking.
spoiler! Spoiler!
Spoiler alert. Maggie shot Mr. Burns.
I am old enough to remember that like cliffhanger in TV history.
Is that a big? Oh, it was a big cliffhanger.
It was the end of
wasn't it?
season, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it was like, was it the first episode when they told everyone what happened? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. When was that? When was that episode out?
Yeah, a long time ago.
Long time ago? Questions.
But
So
yeah, I love the Simpsons. So.
Love The Simpsons. Favorite character?
Yeah, I'd say just Homer and
Homer?
his
True. I would have gone with Lisa for you. I don't know why. No? No, you like the big homie, the bear guzzling, donut eating guy that somehow makes it through life, getting fired from loads of jobs, getting a new job all the time, and somehow has a
I guess it's not like
5-bedroom house, 2 bathroom in the suburbs.
Well, I guess he's so central to so many of the storylines. But look, I also like I like Millhouse.
Millhouse, yeah.
And Mindy.
Mindy. Who's Mindy?
Like
the
when
twins?
the redhead that works and they have like the crush on each other and the
Keep going. No, keep going. Yeah.
and she's like him, but as a hot woman.
Who's him?
She's like Homer, but and she eats the donuts and things like that.
Yes, I remember her. I don't remember what she looks like, but I remember the episode.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
I might have that question actually. Who's your favorite Simpsons character? That seems like a fun one. Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Oh, dogs. But I thought you would have forced birds in there somehow.
I was gonna say birds. So it was a bit cheeky.
Do it. Do it. If there's anything the
Birds,
Absolute
definitely.
Nonsense podcast stands for is cheekiness. Cheekiness and annoying hosts named T. What's your bird's name?
My bird's name is Bimini.
Bimini? That's a yellow one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So
Yeah.
I saw the videos.
He's named after a drag queen.
Bimini?
Yeah.
I'll put that on the screen. So when I put it on the screen,
He does have his own Instagram.
Your bird?
Yeah.
I'm going to put that on the screen as well.
Bimini Bon Birdie.
Bimini Bond.
Join him on his adventures.
I saw the one on your story, or maybe I was scrolling real deep. I don't remember. I saw you had him
Yeah.
inside of a hospital mask sitting
Oh.
in the window. And I was like,
that wasn't him though. That was just sharing a cute
oh.
story. But it's cute, hey?
It was cute, yeah.
Yeah,
I
the
was like,
birds dangling from the masks.
yeah, like little hammocks for the birds.
Yeah.
If
I wish I could do that for him. But yeah.
if you have a bird and you haven't done that, you're welcome. You have another way to carry a bird on road trips. Do you have your phone on you?
Yeah.
What is the last song or the last thing if you go onto your music playing platform that I'm not going to name because I don't have any ties to any of them unless they want to send me some money?
I can show you that it's the brown noise that I listened to last night when I went to bed. By Sleepy John, easy listening.
Sleepy Johnny's listening brown noise. Oh, that's great. So you enjoy sleeping?
Yeah, and I enjoy ambient noise like brown noise.
Do you play it the whole night or just do you have
No,
it
this
stopping at some
playlist
point?
is 3 hours.
It's a playlist?
Yeah.
So you have different
No, so it's
colored
one.
noises?
Oh my god, my secret shame.
Sorry?
My secret shame.
No.
So, this is one loop of a 2-minute track of brown noise that is played like 80 times or something.
Oh, so you just have the same brown noise.
Yeah, so it's constant. It doesn't
constantly,
stop.
yeah.
It just, so it's a 2-minute track 89 times
Yeah.
of brown noise. And
What's that?
It's so you know how you have like white noise.
Oh no!
and-
I know what brown noise is. Sorry, I was just. I've moved on. I'm looking at calculations for how long 2 minutes times 82 is.
times 89.
89. So 180 seconds times 89 times is 16,000 seconds. Divide that by 60. So it's 267 minutes. Divide that by 60 is
What?
4 hours.
Am I correct in the 2 minute thing? Is it's there you go. Everybody.
Wait, is that it there?
Yeah.
It sounds like an air conditioner.
Yeah, so it sounds like being on a plane.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you sleep easy on planes then?
I'm not easy. Does anyone say easy about like?
No. I would have been surprised if you said yes.
No, but it's
It helps.
It actually just helps switch my brain off because I find that my mind's really active when I go to bed, and then for some reason, if you sort of listen to that background noise, it kind of just like
Zones it down and chills it out.
Yeah.
But
But now my partner's like addicted to it and like asks for brown noise every night. I'm just like, so even if I'm fine, he's like, can we have brown noise?
that's what they get.
Yeah.
That's the same thing with me, like with watching shows.
Mm-hmm.
Like Jen watches like shows, and I'm like, no, I don't want to watch it. Like Married at First Sight, or like those type of trash TV, like those type of like TV that's just like, I don't know how people just, I don't know. But I would start off with, oh no, I don't want to watch it with you. And you'd be like, watch it, and then slowly,
Then by the end, you're like,
yeah.
like,
I'm like, what did Jackson do? How dare he even thinks of another woman? But yeah, I'm like that. But I feel like everyone does it. Are you the passenger or the driver? Which one do you like more? Do you like driving or do you like being passenger princess?
So I'm normally the driver, so I guess I do enjoy the opportunity to be a passenger princess when I have it.
If you could have a driver, would you accept one? If you just like, somebody was like, I'll drive you everywhere. For free, of course, because we're in a living crisis at the moment. Cost of living crisis.
You know, if they were like a fun person and they let me like choose the music and stuff like that, then yeah.
Then yeah.
A designated driver. And like, yeah.
Might be nice a little bit, eh?
Yeah.
If you could, can you speak any other languages?
I studied Auslan at TAFE.
Sign language?
Yeah. That was a few years ago, and since then, so I used to be quite good at sign, but then it's kind of when you don't use it a lot, really easy to just like forget. And so now I feel like I can sign okay, as in sort of basic Auslan or like finger spelling where I don't know the signs, but I feel that for someone then signing to me, especially if they're really rapid, I'd be like, ooh, again, please, like, yeah. So I guess kind of I used to be sort of pretty good at Auslan, but my skills are a bit rusty now.
Bilingual.
I wouldn't say, as in now I wouldn't say bilingual, like it's a little bit too, but.
If you ever decide to get back into it, let me know and I can put you at the bottom of my little podcast, just in the middle, just you going like.
And then we'll just, we'll
just
sign.
signing, I don't know.
We'll just have brown noise playing while we sign.
The most, it'll be like, this podcast is for the hearing impaired. If you can hear, you just be hearing brown noise.
No, watch that's why you have a video.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, thinking about the future, thinking about fully including
Inclusivity.
everybody.
Yeah.
Inclusivity. Perth's most inclusive podcast. The absolute nonsense. Imagine the nonsense that you would have to sign. And then, favorite color?
This color here, like teal.
Teal?
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna be like, whatever color this is. No idea. And my favorite question, which I ask everyone. Oh no! Do you want me to ask you the tiger question? Do you have an answer for it? That's like, you seem very excited for it.
No, I couldn't.
Don't worry about it. And if you could be a professional, if you were a professional wrestler,
I am one. No.
Oh my God, I got so excited for a second there. Oh, rude. If you were a professional wrestler, what would your wrestling name be? I feel like you could pass with Moxie Hart.
You reckon?
For sure. There's like a whole entire. There's in wrestling. There's the Hart family There's a Hart family.
Really?
But they spell it Hart.
Right. Okay. I did roller derby a long time ago, and so I had like brainstormed some names, back then. And then there's one that I always like. If I went back, that I would want to be, and I think it could work for wrestling. It would be Bambi's Revenge.
Oh! It clicked on me right there. Bambi's Revenge, because
Bambi's mom got like shot,
and you're there to
like revenge. Bambi's Revenge.
That's
and as a wrestler,
one.
can you imagine like this massive like stag like antler kind of helmet or whatever?
As you walk on, walk in,
and like your thing is like paling or like.
And as you
have like pin people down with it, like it's like antlers. And then
you're into
like,
it now. You're hooked.
Like behind the person, and
you're hooked. You're hooked. You're into it now.
Am I in?
You're in. You're in the absolute nonsense wrestling federation.
Bambi's Revenge.
Bambi's Revenge added to the team. I'm not gonna skip over this. Roller derby.
Yeah.
Tell me more. Roller derby is the one where you like go in
skating.
A circle,
you just a contact
like
sport on skates.
Trying to really
knock each other over. Yeah.
I find it hard to believe that you seem very like chill and like, kind.
And that's a little bit the thing that I really enjoyed skating, and I enjoyed like the training and the whole like the league, and really pushes you physically. You have to be so strong and really good endurance and stuff, but you do also have to be prepared to hit and like be hit rather. Yes, easy enough like throwing your butt into people, but like it's not so fun when it happens to you. Yeah, it was enjoying, but I was always really fearful of getting hurt because I was witnessing people like I really do enjoy roller derby. I still go and watch it. Still think about returning in my derby name. But you do have to like be able to take a hit and like get back up and keep on skating. And I think at the time that I was just sort of went through my fresh meat stage. So it's called fresh meat when you are very new. Yeah. And you're doing all the falling and the learning, the skating, and then you like level up and stuff. And it was starting to get very real about having to have the the real contact side of things. And I think because I'm also like a performer and I do a lot of theatre and things, and I'd just been cast as like a lead in a musical, and I was like,
you could have just rock up with like a
if
cast
I like break my ankle,
Yeah.
like I could then like that is done. And so I just had to sort of go. I just stepped back because of my like show commitment and just that fear of getting hurt, and then I just like. Yeah, I did return to a few years later again for a little bit. And I was like, I'm still scared. I think though, I still really like skating. I really love the leagues are full of great people. Maybe I can be a referee one day. Yeah. Non-contact, still involved. Still have a badass name, but I'm not like. If I fall, it's on my own merit.
And today's referee,
Bambi's Revenge.
Yeah. This is the one you have 4 wheels there on your skates.
Yeah.
Cool.
The quad skates.
You're gonna hear so many just questions of shoot, real simple, but I just don't know.
Oh, that's okay.
I'm a person that knows a lot about. I know a little bit about a lot of stuff, but there's just
jack of all trades, master of none.
Yeah, I've got just black circles in my knowledge.
Yeah.
And is there a league in Perth?
There's several.
Several?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I freaking love the world. There's just
That's
so many.
You can go like the Rollerdrome and watch like.
Rollerdrome?
Yeah, like in Morley and like in Maylands, like, yeah, there's different leagues there.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Wow.
Underground world of that. So you should looking
get
for your podcast guests.
Find some roller derby.
Get some roller derby people in.
That would actually be fun. That would be actually real fun. I wouldn't know what to say. I'll have to do my due diligence, get some research in me.
Go and watch a game.
Oh, I might get the boys on that.
Yeah.
You know what? That is crazy. Like I'm always gonna take it back to wrestling. Like we only just found the wrestling scene in Perth, like only like 6 months ago because I didn't know there was a thing in Perth. And then now I find out it's been going for like 30 years. There's like 3-4 different companies that do it, and they're doing it like one of them does it every month. Another one does it every 3 months. I'm like, where have you guys been in my life? But nah, I would have never thought there would be multiple leagues of roller derbying in Perth. Wow. People say Perth is small.
This is
absolute nonsense.
Let's talk about drag. Like I said to you before we started recording, this is probably the most anticipated episode from my friends because they were like, I've told them something that I don't know. Screw it. I'll say it. At some point, I decided to make a pact with myself to just do things that I think look really fun. So like this podcast, I want to do the wrestling thing at some point, give it a go. And one of the things on that list is drag.
Yeah.
And I want to try it at least one time at some point. And I told them about it, and they're like, you should get someone on your podcast and talk about it. And I was like, yes. So it's an anticipated episode for me. An episode for the ladies and my friends who helped me plan, I guess, this episode. Come up with like questions for you. So how did you start that? I guess it's very similar to theatre in a way, isn't it?
I guess, yeah, I've seen that. It's another community of performers. So how I got started, that I actually I'd started watching local drag because I had a theatre friend who then moved into drag, and I was following his journey and supporting him and watching his shows and him starting to perform, and then discovering that local Perth drag scene, which is actually amazing. And it was someone had done theatre for a long time. Then this was another style of performance where with like creative control and for as well as playing with just like makeup and gender expression and clothing and stuff, the dressing up side, which is another big part that's just really fun. The performance side, like if you're preparing a drag performance, then you're choosing the song, you're choosing the concept and how you're going to like present this to the audience. And it's like was another like just avenue of creativity and expression that I just really loved. And as a girl as well, seeing this, for a long time I wasn't sure if it was something that like I could do. It was really through like the internet and like Instagram and hashtags and stuff where you research like female drag artists, because once I had heard that they existed, be like, wow. And then the way that those kind of platforms allow you to just like do it, view and see like, wow, people are doing this. Some people like me can do this and create like awesome art. And so I was really nervous, but there was the court on Wednesday nights, and they like still have this. They have Drag Factory, which is the open mic night for new drag.
God, like, is that what that is?
Yeah. So
I've been to one, and I was like, I didn't know it was like an open mic thing. People just like
so you basically show up in drag. You show up with your USB and your 2 songs, and you get up there and perform. So there's that opportunity on Wednesday nights at the court, and on Thursday nights at Dragathon and Connections is the same thing. So, if you go along to a Drag Factory, you might be seeing, you'll see the hosts perform who are obviously experienced drag artists, and then you see some people who've been doing it from a number of months to a number of years. And you also might be seeing someone do it for the very first time. Yeah. Wow. And I remember I'd been so I'd been up and I'd asked the hosts about how could I join in, and they just said, oh, you just come along with your USB. Like they were like not chuffed at like they was like, oh, okay. And I remember I'd seen another girl. I was going and watching Drag Factory, and then one time I saw another girl there perform in drag, and I was just like, and I was like, I went up to her afterwards. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy I saw you. And like, let's be friends. She's like, you should definitely do this, but I'm moving to Melbourne on Friday. I was like, okay. But just seeing another person like me really then just helped me to go up and did it. And a friend and I he'd sort of been another person who encouraged me right at the beginning. So we used to carpool to rehearsal and just talk about drag and our hypothetical drag personas, and I'd be like, I wish I could do it. And he's like, girl, you can. He's like, anyone can do drag, you know. So he and I were both leaving the country he was moving to the UK and I was heading to New York for a few months. And so we made this pact that before we left the country, we would do Drag
Just
Factory.
do it.
Yeah.
Like,
so we're like, and if it sucks, we're leaving the
gone.
country.
You'll be
we're
gone
like,
for a
gone,
little
like,
bit.
it never happened.
He was like,
and then when I returned to Perth, people were like, did you? I was like, what?
that wasn't me.
That wasn't me.
Oh my God.
So yeah, we had the pact and we did it. And then I did it twice before I went away. And then so while I was away, I was thinking about it and really motivated to then come in and come back and really properly I had a different name in my first two.
What was the name? What was the first? Was it real punny? Was it like one of those ones that just like?
So my original name was Ziggy Adrastia.
Ziggy Adrastia.
Yeah, but people couldn't say it. Like they're like, what? And I had a rebrand. So when I came back to
Moxie
Perth,
Hart,
I rebranded as Moxie and
What is it? Is it a play on words? Ziggy
Moxie Hart?
Adrastia?
Oh, Ziggy Adrastia.
Yeah. I can't figure it out.
I can't get it. That's it. No, that's why I changed it.
Yeah.
So Adrastia was some Greek nymph name that now I can't remember the name of it. It had some sort of meaning. And Ziggy was a little just acknowledgement to Bowie and just queerness and stuff like that. Yeah.
To Bowie. What's Bowie?
David Bowie?
Oh,
Ziggy Stardust.
cool. I've never heard anyone shorten David Bowie's name to just Bowie. That was my first.
Oh, okay.
You're educating me so much.
Yeah, but that's it. It wasn't a pun. It was kind of just this amalgamation of these two words.
Two things that you liked.
Yes,
Yeah.
And which is why then,
So,
changed the name.
so Moxie Hart.
Yes.
Where'd you get that from?
So, are you familiar with the movie or the musical Chicago?
I know of it.
So that has a character called Roxy Hart in it.
Oh, okay.
Which was played by Renée Zellweger in the movie. But I've played Roxy before in production of Chicago. It's one of my favorite roles I've done. So the Roxy Hart was just as in an acknowledgement to, I guess, my theatre kid identity and my love of that. And Moxie is a word that means to have spunk and
flair?
grit and you got Moxie, kid.
You got Moxie, girl.
Sort of courage and just spunk and sort of being in drag. That's how drag makes me feel.
Really?
Yeah.
Just
and
feel you.
so it's a combination of my theatre nod to theatre kid and also just having Moxie.
Having Moxie, yeah. You're making you feel confidence.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. So you like putting two words together that describe what you're feeling or what you're liking at the moment. All right. So now we know where that came from.
Yeah.
All right. So you're a makeup. Do you do? Because on your thing it says drag artist.
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean that you're doing makeup artist for drags, or is a drag artist saying?
Oh, it's just another word for I guess I'm a drag queen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
okay, cool,
so I guess but you can also have drag kings.
Yeah.
You can have drag can be whatever you want it to be and however you wish to express. So you can have drag things, you can have club kids, female presenting, male presenting. And so I guess drag artist, it's just kind of
like an umbrella type thing.
Yeah, like an umbrella term for all kinds of drag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So say because my my persona is female presenting, which is unusual for a woman.
Do women
most
normally go
a lot of female. There's a sort of expectation
present.
if you're a female in drag that you are presenting male, doing the gender
Switch,
bend
the
and
switch, yeah.
they're presenting as a king. So yeah, there's some hot drag
you're-
kings. You
these
should get
are-
drag
these
kings
are-
in here.
What you're saying are questions that I have.
Yeah,
that
that's
I have.
it. We have amazing drag kings here in Perth, and yeah. So I guess I'm a drag queen because I have a female persona.
Answering
yeah.
questions before I even ask him. My question. I had a question was drag king and drag queen. What made them different? Are they different? And now you've said that.
Yeah,
you
so
find
just
it so
whatever like
presenting
gender you're choosing to present as
is
yeah.
what makes it a king.
But
queen,
yeah, you do have drag kings who are also male, but presenting as like a really
more
sort of
over the top.
hyper,
Yeah.
really like
that's
yeah,
what- yeah.
that's it. And so then I'm female, but Moxie is a real like hyper feminine. She has like her big eyes and her lashes and her big hair, and it's like she's where I get to just enjoy like all those like that real sort of big over the top. Like you get so much like with for women wearing makeup and whether you're wearing too much or like not enough or blah 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 like that. And this just be a space where you can just be like,
Do it.
I'm just gonna present. I'm gonna however I want.
You just do it.
And for me personally, I enjoy I really enjoy sort of like feminine dressing up. I've played with like drag king makeup and stuff before. I still feel like it's something that one day I'd like to like play a little bit more in.
Yeah.
Everyone like just like I'd have to have you'd have to have a new name and things like that. So you gotta but people do like there are other female drag queens who have a male persona as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
So let's take a moment here because I had this idea as well on my just because whenever I have people on, I just think. I have your Instagram. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get photos if you're okay with it, and I'm gonna pop them on the screen. And what we're gonna do right now is gonna be pretty much kind of just be like, oh, there's a photo there, and I'll pop one there. And you can do it as well. So just point somewhere.
You mean to explain like the story of the...
just point somewhere. No, I'm not going to show you the photos. They're just going to be random photos that I'll find of you in your drag.
Oh,
so
yes.
just be like, photo.
Sure.
There's a
yeah,
photo
cool.
there.
I thought you meant it was going to be like some challenge, like what was the story?
Yeah,
I was like,
point somewhere. Point somewhere around you on camera.
Oh, I see.
Do it.
So okay.
Oh, there's a photo there.
Okay.
Do it again. Yeah. The more we do it, the more photos I'm going to scroll down. Now she's having fun. Do that randomly now throughout the episode and see if I'm paying attention, and I'll see if I can.
Now that I've
it.
caught on to what you actually
Yeah,
asked.
no, you're good. I'm
what
really
are
bad
we
at explaining
doing?
stuff. I'm bad at explaining stuff. Don't you stress. I'm just now gonna be like, you're gonna point and be like, what? What's there?
You are listening to
Absolute nonsense.
There's a girl that I used to I didn't go to school with her. She went to the school next door to mine. And she now does drag. I'm not sure if you might know her. Her persona is Kimmy Head.
Kimmy Head, yes.
Kimmy Head, yes.
I was about to name drop her too when I was saying about the two. I was like, Kimmy Head and Resuscitation.
Yeah, that's it too,
gold.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because she does both. She does male and female
Yeah, you should get her in.
I thought about it, but I was like, I haven't spoken to her in ages, and I felt more comfortable messaging a stranger. I felt more comfortable messaging a stranger to be like, hey,
but
come
yeah,
on with me.
they're awesome. Really great. And Reese, their joking is so fun. Have you seen?
I went on the Instagram and I was like,
so just this bogan Aussie dude, like so good.
I was like, if I can get her on, I will convince her to go
as
like
Reese.
half. Like midway through the episode, we'll switch
You have
places.
the VBs like
Yeah.
it should be like
Yeah, we'll be like, should we?
Yes.
And then,
Reese would do it.
One day, partway through the episode, we'll just switch
Sorry,
places.
Kimmy, I'm just like putting you in it for the chilies with tea.
No, I'll just give her a call. I'm pretty sure I still have her number.
Yeah, no.
Let me find. I got questions from my friends because they are big drag fans. They're really into it. So they're the ones that got really excited. So they had very specific questions and that I had to make sure I had to
The
ask
pressure.
yeah, you're answering questions I don't know if they know the answers to it. What's the craziest thing that's happened backstage? Tell me the drama. No names, because I'm not trying to catch a case. You're like, nothing happened. Like, it's TV dramatizes it. Nothing happens on camera backstage.
I mean, I've done a few competitions and things, and being backstage during comps can be like really stressful because it's really high stakes and everyone's really nervous, and
it's more people on edge.
Because sometimes you have high stress times backstage, like if it's competition. Otherwise, it's just like really fun and having
Just,
some drinks and like.
I can imagine the
and
nonsense that goes back there backstage. That would be.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry. I feel like
You're not a drama person.
I feel it's a disappointing answer to that question.
Hey.
But you know what happens backstage stays backstage.
Oh, there we go. There's the sauce right there, guys. There's the sauce. That's the answer we all wanted to hear.
Yeah.
What happens backstage stays backstage. You've already told me this, but the microphones went on. How many hours does it take to, I guess, drag up?
I like to have 3 hours for me personally, because that's usually 2 hours for my face. Like if I can manage a 90-minute face, that's good. Like that's a quick face for me. Like so 2 hours, I think I allow 2 hours for my face. 3 hours gives me a little bit more time in case I need more, but then the rest of the time is also if you doing the dressing. So like you putting all your tights on, so make sure you have the right undies and stuff, the layers of tights, like dressing. If you're going out, like if you have your bag packed for some stuff for later. I like to put my hair on before I go. So
you're driving with big hair. I can just
usually,
imagine being in the car next to you and just looking over and all you see.
But then
is
I'm just
hair.
like in trackies as well, like. But then like the face and hair all done
is ready to go.
Yeah. So that allows to getting your hair on, gluing it in, like having it. Looking right. And before I go, I also put all my undies and my tights and my stockings and stuff on. So yeah, like 3 hours is what I want to have for like a comfy, like a non-stressy, rushy prep time. Yeah.
Cool.
So can do in sooner, but I don't like to.
That's
rushed.
too stressful. There's no need for stress in our lives. We've got enough with the living crisis.
Just life,
happening right now. You said getting ready is like, would you say, well, I don't know how to swear this question. I'm going to just say it.
Mm-hmm.
For men presenting as females, there is there a lot more work than women presenting as females?
That's a really good question.
Or is it like, yeah.
Yeah. And it does address some things in that for some people. I mean, not taking female drag queens seriously because you'd be like, well, you're like women already, like, so you've got less to do. Acknowledge that males have to do things like tucking, which is like a really uncomfortable.
Yeah,
and
that's the one thing I'm like,
they're not peeing for that whole like drag shift and stuff like that.
True.
Yeah, they're like,
because there would be so much work to get it back together and get everything
that's
back
it.
where
and
it
they've
was.
also got all the padding, like so
to be
like
thick,
to make
to have
that
the curves.
give that booty the
Yep.
curves. So, so a guy, if he's wanting to recreate that womanly shape, he's got the pads, and so once you've tucked and you've padded, you are not going, and also corseting and stuff, which is like quite uncomfortable. So acknowledge that male drag queens are doing that. But then that same, I feel like for female drag queens to be taken seriously, like you're still like doing a lot of the same things to like pad and enhance like your body. And for makeup wise, for me, I mean, part of like, you've seen pictures of Moxie. It's makeup's big, yeah.
And everyone else is going to see pictures of Moxie. Like, there's one there.
Yeah, I know I don't look like my profile pic right now, but
Or just put like a face over your face for the whole episode.
But like the makeup is so big, and it's like my face has like shrunk like over time. If you deep dive in like the eyes, then you like baby Moxie, like the eyes and the eyebrows like freaking like huge. And I think the reason why I went so big with my makeup is because I didn't want to just look like a girl that just had maybe put like some.
You wanted to fill the bucket more than you needed to. I guess,
yeah, so it's more like to prove to not just look like a girl that had
just
put some big lips and some big like just a bit of eyeliner on. Be like, well, my makeup is like clown, like and so part of it was that feeling like I need to do more in order to
be accepted.
And that was my own thing that I put on myself. It wasn't that any, no one sort of made me feel that way, but I had that feeling that I felt that I needed to sort of go hard or like go big.
Yeah.
And now like over time, you look at like Moxie's face now, like my eyes are so small. Like they're so much smaller.
How do you make your eyes big? Like, what do you do?
I guess like when
you're not just walking around with like your eyes glued up.
I guess the eye makeup is really big. Yeah. So like when I glue, part of my eye makeup is like gluing my eyebrows down to then redraw like paint features over the top. So like my crease of my eye, which is normally down here, is like drawn. So it's kind of where my eyebrows are, you know? And my bottom eyelashes that I paint on, like used to be like really quite far down like my face and stuff. And my eyebrows were like chunky as. But I also kind of really I'm a bit like, I kind of enjoy the like old school like Moxie look. Like she was clowny, like of it. Like my Bianca Del Rio is my inspiration, if you know that drag queen, and she's like a glamour clown. And I see that, I look at it and I'm like, oh yeah, I see the clown influence.
Yeah. Don't worry, everyone's going to know exactly who you're speaking of because they're going to be on the screen right now. Because that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be looking up everything you say.
But yeah, that's a good question.
Oh, it was one of the questions that I jumped to as well. So you answered that one without me even asking. You're really good at doing interviews. Have you faced any backlash being a female doing drag?
I personally haven't, and I know that, like from my connections with other female drag queens of like, interstate or like overseas, like basically that you've connected with on social media. I know some of them, they like share stories about not being accepted or like, or being looked down in their community and things like that. I'm really fortunate that here in Perth since the beginning, I felt really like welcomed in the community and have had like good opportunities. And I'd say that it's more that the people are more like just curious, and that one of the things I'd mainly have people ask is if the other drag queens like have accepted me. And and that's because I think people think of the drag queen like bitchy, catty, like, that bitchy persona.
Just on TV,
they sort of like presume, but do they accept you, that kind of thing. But it's probably that's the question I get asked the most.
True.
But I'm really helped with that. I have really like great friends in the community. I'm really grateful for the opportunities that I've been able to do and have and get booked and do gigs, and just for people in Perth who support like local drag, like you can go and watch it all on TV and things like that, but they all start here in the the local clubs and stuff like that. And so for people who like support local drag and then also drag diversity, such as drag kings and female drag queens, just really fortunate that I've been able to have that here. I really went on a tangent from what your question was, but yeah.
It's fine. That is the heart and soul of Absolute Nonsense. Yay. Just taking left turns all the time. Because eventually, if you do enough left turns, you get back to where we started. I forgot the question I had in my head from what you were saying. Here it is. Is the Perth community big? Or is it like, obviously I assume it'll be bigger in like over East, Melbourne, Sydney.
Because I've not performed in those, I'm not exactly
Sure,
sure
yeah.
of
You
the
have
sizes,
no
but I'd say
comparison,
that Perth
yeah.
is probably a more intimate
Yeah.
community. Like it's probably quite comparatively small, but I don't actually know
Not
the
too
sort of
sure.
like enough. But I think in other cities there are more, probably because of just more like venues and stuff as well.
Yeah. Oh, true.
Like,
Because Perth only kind
Yeah,
of has two.
there's sort of two main ones. There's a couple of other little, like there's a Flaming Galah in Freo now, which is another really like great queer venue. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and the Park Bar in Victoria Park has just like reopened and is having like drag nights and stuff there too. So yeah, they're getting more opportunities, but I'd say that the small number of venues in Perth has also like, there's for the pool of artists, like I wish there was more, basically.
Yeah.
But
this is your call out.
Yeah.
If you're listening or watching this right now and you've ever thought about it, this is your moment. It's your time to shine.
yeah, so I'd say small comparatively, but I'm presuming because I don't really
Because you're
know
not really
enough
sure.
about.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
But Perth drag is elite.
Elite. It's the top.
I'm not biased at all.
Don't worry, it'll be better than Adelaide's. That's just a running joke. The day that I get South Australian listeners, the joke stops.
Comment below if you're.
Exactly. Comment below if you're a listener from South Australia. I would like to know if you guys exist. The absolute nonsense. Oh, that's awful. The absolute nonsenses. Oh, I gotta think of a
Nonsensical?
the absolute nonsensical. I can't even say it. I can't use that word because I'll get bullied again. I got bullied for the way I say inanimate. I used to say
Aw.
Well,
It's a hard word to say.
I said inanimate. But then once I started talking to people, they were like, "Is that not how it's said?" And they were like, and I was like, "No, there's no
actually-
T. It's inanimate. It's inanimate."
And then anemone.
Anomaly.
And
That's right. Do you feel like it has been harder to make a name for yourself since you're a female?
Like in some ways, I guess so. But I've also been really fortunate in the opportunities that I have had that I'm like really grateful for, which from doing competitions that both like the Core and Connections have hosted, which allow opportunities for drag kings and queens to perform and be critiqued and sort of grow from that, and then opportunities from that. So I've been really fortunate that I've been able to sort of people familiar with like Perth drag or Perth and Moxie like know Moxie, sort of know her brand, and
They know where she'll fit in type thing.
But also another thing is that as you know, like this is kind of like my side hustle in that I have like my day job and stuff like that, which kind of limits how much I can put into my drag. Like so for some of the some of the most established and like successful drag queens in Perth, it's their day job. Like so their income is doing drag. So they are doing drag a lot for like functions during the day, events at night, like hosting bingos, doing hens, doing functions. And, on the weekends they're doing parties during the day, and then they're working in the clubs at night. And so, and
oh my God.
yeah, and that's what it kind of like it takes, obviously, your commitment to like your like craft. So I'm sort of to a point where I'm really grateful for the opportunities I've had, and I guess like the following and the appreciation for Moxie that there is when I'm kind of limited as to how much I can do it, just because like as we said before, like drag is like a late night sport. It's on it's I don't know, at weeknights are quite late. Weekends are like 1 a.m. shows and stuff like that. So great to so great to do, and I like love performing. I love doing that, but also like with your job and managing stuff like that.
Because we're in a living crisis right now, guys.
So I feel that you know, I've not been able to, you know, I could have
Done that jump to doing it.
yes,
full-time,
like that push more, but considering that it's my little kind of like side thing and the opportunities I've had is good.
Like somebody said this to me today about this podcast. They asked me the question of like, where do I see it going? And then we were talking about it, and they said like, well, I guess once you do that jump to this podcast becoming like a job, it changes everything. Because currently, I don't feel a lot of pressure with it, because I'm like, this is
It's for
I
fun.
just enjoy it. And
Yeah.
I get to talk to people like yourself. Like I would have never had a moment to sit down with someone that does drag. And like, but if I switched it to being my income and needing it to pay my mortgage, I guess it can kind of take the fun out of it type thing, or like kind of take some enjoyment. So I feel like that might be the same for yourself, I guess.
Yeah, I can definitely relate to that. That I get to have that flexibility with Moxie as to when and what I do. Whereas if it was what my job was, my income was dependent on, it could like dampen that a bit. But I mean, as I respect to the girls who are like the queens who are doing it like every day, and like just the because you know, like time consuming the makeup and things like that. Yeah,
I didn't even know that it was like when you said it that people do it for full time. Like I never thought of it like that.
Yeah,
I was like, when you said, I was like, what would they be doing? Like, I've always only seen like drag artists in clubs, like at court, at connections, but never just around. I don't know. But like, wow, yeah.
Do you not go to many hens parties? Like,
no, I know. You would think like, why have I not been invited to all these hens
why
parties?
have you
like,
going to these hens parties with the queens?
Yeah, like, come on, ladies, send me an invite to the hens parties.
But yeah, no, also like just hosting events at venues and like private functions and
my 27.
events like that.
Wait, how
So,
old am I now?
yeah.
I'm 27. No, I'm 20. 26 now. So my 27th birthday.
Get a queen there. Yeah,
Okay,
they
can
can
I get
roast
some
you.
queen? Oh, yes! Oh, I need to give me the numbers
That's
for all
it. Like,
of the
I'm not
funny
like, as
queens.
you know, like Moxie's not like a roasty queen, but
I need a roasty queen.
I can send you some of the test strips. Like,
I need some roasty queens in my life. I would enjoy that so much, just sitting there and being just jokes. Oh, that sounds amazing. T's 27th birthday, just a roast-a-thon. I would invite all the comedians I know as well. Oh, wow. I'm going to start planning that now.
Yeah, write it down.
I'm going to write that down, yeah. I'm going to write that down.
Yeah.
This is absolute nonsense.
I've got some words, terms, and stuff here that my friend said, and then also what I've come up on Google when I searched in things that I don't know, just explain it.
Specific to?
Specific to drag.
I was hoping you would
That
say
we can-
birds.
Birds. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm
That's
so
okay.
sorry. I missed something there. I would have opened up a whole new target audience. The bird community
Yeah.
would have had something big there, but
Yeah, sorry.
next time.
Okay.
When you come back.
I'll bring Bimini.
Oh, would I scare him with my laugh? I'm a loud laugher, and it's like real spontaneous. It just comes out of nowhere. As long-
Maybe. Sorry, continue.
But I guess what I wrote down here is,
Okay.
let's educate me and educate the people listening and watching.
Yeah.
So I've got words and phrases that are used in the drag community,
God.
and it just depends on how much you know.
Okay.
If it doesn't work out,
Yeah.
I legitimately just delete it.
Okay. All right. Let's give
And
it a
then
go.
I've got a backup thing we can do.
Okay.
But if it stays in, guys, you know it's great, and you have to listen to it all. So there's a word. These are just to me, this means nothing. But the word dusted?
Dusty, like if someone
Dusty, dust.
like
yeah.
dusty, like if their makeup is a little bit like crunchy.
Oh.
Yeah,
like
I'm thinking if that's what's
dry,
referenced.
like
If they look a
ashy.
bit dusty, like
Yeah.
it's commenting on like their makeup. Yeah.
So how would we... Sorry, this is the other thing I thought it was fun. You tell me the definition, and then I would try put it in a sentence. Like as in...
At least I think,
we
if
can work with
someone's
that, yeah.
dusty, it's reference to their makeup. So just if it looks a little bit like crunchy, like not very like polished. So
All right.
you can try and put it in a sentence.
I'll put it in a sentence, and I'm going to go into my future dragness that I will come out with once I figure out a name and get the confidence to do it. All right. Girl, you be looking dusty.
Yeah. Ding, ding, ding. Correct.
That was... All right, we'll get better. How would we do boots?
Boots, as in boots the house down. Like,
Yeah? You tell me.
Oh,
You're the
gosh.
teacher.
Oh no.
In
That's
literally and in this moment. You're the teacher.
It's kind of like part of an expression with someone like slays the stage. So it's like
So and then slaves.
boots the house down. Like woo! It's like a
You
compliment.
killed it.
Yeah, you killed it.
You
yeah.
killed it because I know what slays means, isn't it?
Yeah, like
Like
yeah.
you slayed the
yeah.
performance. You
Boots.
did.
So it's a boots by itself. I presume it's part of like
Yeah.
when you were yeah.
You're saying. So how would you use that in a sentence? That was boots. That was absolutely boots.
No, like it, yeah, that one's. I'm presuming that there's just. That's a weird one.
Was it a real one?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Bar queen.
a bar queen,
Mm.
as in
I don't.
bar. Like
I don't know. I just have
I mean,
one.
it could. I'm for a bar queen. I'm thinking literally, as in when you were like
Working
at
in
the
a bar?
Yeah, like served by a queen behind the bar, like
Oh.
at Connie's on a Thursday night. Like all the
Yeah.
buttons are all in drive. So perhaps you're being served by a bar queen. That's the only thing I can think of.
Hey,
I've really
if you're wrong,
heard.
what I'll do is I'll edit the correct definition and I'll pop it on, I'll pop it on the screen and reading?
Reading. So when you're reading someone, it's kind of like
Oh.
roasting, as in you're saying how you want to be read
Yeah.
at your party. It would
Oh.
be a queen like
Read me.
reading you, as in like a read is like when you sort of the thing about the difference between reading and like being like shady. Like reading is kind of you're poking fun, but you're also making like a joke of it. So it's
What's
like
shady?
like shady is just being nasty.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. This one made me laugh because it just didn't seem right. Garage doors?
I didn't.
Not no
I
on this?
don't know.
Well, it's on the screen
Sorry.
right now. we'll pretend like we're reading it together. Ready?
Oh, of
That's what that
course.
means. Oh, obviously. How do we not know that? Serving realness?
Okay, yeah.
That one sounds very self-explanatory. Like you're just being straight with it, going like,
Yeah, you're serving realness, I guess. It's kind of like a compliment. It's like a compliment. So
Yeah.
you're
oh my god, I just realized, is that scar on your
scar,
face?
yeah.
Oh, yeah, your shirt.
on my shirt, yeah. I was really mixing the pop cultures of like Disney and Simpsons.
And Fox.
Yeah.
Well, Disney owns Fox now, so you're fine.
Okay, yeah. But yeah, so you maybe would have another adjective in there, like you might say like you're serving executive realness, like boss bitch babes, or you're serving like glamour realness, serving like
Executive realness, like top.
executive would be like power suit, like boss bitch, like
Oh,
you know,
okay.
kind of dress.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
so insert like thing before
Another
realness.
adjective.
You're sort of like true to the theme. So
Okay.
yeah.
No tea, no shade.
Yeah, so no tea, no shade. So tea is like kind of like gossip, like
Yeah.
sharing like
Yeah.
gossip
Yeah.
and sharing the tea. Shade is like being mean or being nasty. So you often say like no tea, no shade when you're wanting to say, it's a bit like saying no offense, being like no tea, no shade, but your hair fucking sucks. Like,
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Don't say that to me. It'll make me feel.
so no tea, no shade, but
Okay.
so it's like, no, yeah, it's like the no offense, like no tea, no shade.
But
You could bet something shady.
you could do something. Yeah. Okay. All right. Kiki.
Kiki is like we're having a kiki, like having
Like
a
a
chat.
conversation.
Yeah,
Easy.
we're like let's kiki.
Purse first.
Oh,
Purse first.
first.
I love the reaction that you're giving. Like the last
This
couple,
is
you just
scary, like
laughing.
each one, because I'm like, oh my gosh, what are you going to say? First, it's kind of like your clutch, and when you're walking, and like purse first, like
Just while walking, it's like
yeah, like purse first, yeah.
so it's very literal. Purse first.
Purse first, yeah, and
And then these are the ones from the girls. So quickly shout out to them because they've helped me with this so much. So Danny, love you. Leash, love you. Jen, love you. And then their boyfriends are just kind of, we're all in the same group chat. So they're just kind of like,
wow, you're like just your efforts for preparation and things.
like I try, like I try to make sure I know what I'm doing. If I don't know what I'm doing, I just pretend. Like I messaged them saying, all right, I said, I'm in the process of locking in this lady to come on the podcast. And then I tagged your Instagram. And then I said, help me come up with some fun questions or conversation starters.
Oh, cool.
Their reactions were like, oh my God, yes.
Yes, queen. Yes,
And
hunty.
then one of the boyfriends was just straight up like, Danny, back me up, send some questions in. So these girls did their thing and they helped me out. So the ones that they said for straight, just things, what it means, beat.
Beat?
Yeah, she wrote / beat their face.
Yeah,
or-
so beating your face is like doing your makeup. So you can refer. It's either like a noun or a verb. So like if you're beating your face, you're doing your makeup.
Yeah.
And you might comment on someone's beat. That's like it's commenting on their makeup. So like
Bad or
like-
good?
well, no, you could say your beat is horrible. Your beat is amazing.
Okay,
yeah.
okay,
so
okay,
your
got
beat
you,
as
got
in
you.
your
Is the
complete
makeup,
look.
yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, it's versatile, that word. We know what tuck is.
Yeah,
For those that don't know, tuck is when a male who presents female tucks their balls and penis in a way where you can't see it.
It gets tucked
And how
right
does it-
up and back and in.
Yeah, I've heard people push their testicles pretty much back inside, and that sounds terrifying.
I can't. I
you
can't
can't
speak
tell,
to it,
but I'm
but
just
like,
saying.
yeah, I'm glad I don't have
For-
to do it.
Both of us were just here like, that sounds terrifying. That sounds scary. Chicken outlets?
Chicken cutlets.
Cutlets,
Chicken
sorry,
cutlets?
sorry. I think,
Isn't it referring to like boobs, like fake boobs?
Chicken.
So you put your like chicken cutlets, like
They look like chicken cutlets.
yeah. So you have your little silicone booby implants that you put in your bra. So you can either have your silicone boob plates, which literally like they have like the nipple and everything. Well, you can get the cutlets, which are not, that literally look like little fillets. That women do use. We do use them to like boost up our bras if we want.
Yeah.
But then you can get the literal ones that are for like drag queens, and they like the little
Have a
thing
nipple.
with the little nipple. And then you can also go the chest plate, which is in which you're doing the silicone chest plate, like from your neck, and it's got like you can choose your boobie size.
Yeah.
And they're like hot as hell to wear because it's like
Kind of
silicone like all over the top half of your body, but you've got your breasts there, your choice of size. But it's so funny because I've a lot of work with the guys that they love, like they just want to have the nips like pointing through on their like clothes. So like, I know one of the guys with his the chest plate, or maybe it was a boobie insert, but used like I think it was like hot glue to like make
nipple.
the nipple so that then they could have the little nipples like their nips pointing through on their dresses. And I'm like, I don't know, I know as like I hate when like I was like, Girls try to avoid that.
Yeah, facts.
Like if I like nips are showing, I'm like, oh, like put my like jacket on.
Yeah.
But the guys are like, I'm sexy.
Look at him.
Yeah,
Look at
look
these
at my.
things.
I got my nipples. I huckle my nipples in for you. Like, yeah.
This just reminded me of another question. Is there a lot of, I guess in Perth from your experience, is there a lot of male straight men doing drag, or is it mostly?
Like, no.
No, so there's not a lot. Oh,
like,
so I'll be a trailblazer if I do it one time.
like the metamorphosis of Drag Race.
I'll be like, come at me. Don't talk to me unless you do what I do. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They got two more. Fish, fishy, or serving fish.
Okay.
What's
So,
Let me.
Yeah,
What comes to my mind is just stanky breath. That's all all I'm thinking.
yeah, so fish is a term that I guess it's kind of more recently it's been a little bit kind of more phased out as less common. So what it sort of used to be used for is that fish was used to describe if a guy was, as if your drag is like you look like a real woman, like you look when you look super womanly, like if you are
like catfishing.
really
like kind of thing?
It's
But-
coming the fish they're going from. It's like this is where it crossed into territory that then people found offensive was
okay.
because you're saying that you're so beat that you look like you have a vagina because you are presenting so convincingly as a woman that you could have a vagina, and then they're saying like fishy smelling vagina.
Ah, okay.
And so it used to be like you're so fish, meaning you are so
Super.
womanly, like but then for some, it's considered like offensive because you're basically saying, like
Fish
gross
smells.
comments about
Yeah,
the
pretty much.
vagina, which should be
Like
like celebrated and appreciated,
Yeah.
not like as a
Yeah, no, I feel
yeah,
I
like
feel what you're saying, yeah.
so it's used less now, sort of in acknowledgement of that, but that's like what it sort of like means. And
So it used to be a positive thing, saying
well, yeah, it was kind of
real
like you are so
fish,
fish, as
yeah.
in you were
looking real feminine.
very
You've
feminine.
done a
Maybe
good
like
job
you've been a
with
really
your
beautiful
makeup.
queen. You say
Yeah.
they're a fishy queen.
Yeah.
And you would like hear that on Drag Race and stuff. People saying, yeah, she's a really fishy queen, which just means that, like, for example, my drag is not realistic, as in my features are really cartoony, and I don't look like a supermodel in my drag.
For example,
Whereas some drag, like a lot of drag queens are very beautiful. Like they are hot women. I'm like, I appreciate your beauty. Like you are so beautiful. And so previously people would say you were you're a fishy queen. She's a really femme presenting queen. But we use less now because it's like, well, actually that's a bit of that's not a nice thing to say about, our special parts.
that was said like a teacher.
Yes, I know.
And then the last one they asked.
Don't diss the vagina.
What a lie. Don't diss the vagina.
Oh no, is that going to be my subline now? Don't
It's going to
say
be in the title. That's what it's going to be.
Please don't.
Don't diss the vagina. Sickening.
So sickening is another like compliment. So if your
Oh,
drag
true.
is so if your drag is sickening, you are like like sickening, like
True.
yeah,
All right. I was.
serving some sickening drag, like like
Oh,
hot,
it's-
like great, yeah,
That positive.
yeah, it's positive.
Wow. Okay. But yes, that is
She's
all. That
sickening.
is. That is
Those ones were good. Like I knew those. Some of those other
it's just
ones, I was
the two.
like,
It's just the two that we weren't sure of. There was two you definitely had. Don't worry. I'll put them on the
garage
screen
and
again.
cheesecake. Like,
Yeah.
maybe I'm showing some ignorance here, but
Do you want me to look it up now?
well.
So we can see what they are together. I can't remember what I Google searched to find those. Nah, it's fine.
That's okay. We'll find out
I'll
later.
send it to you.
Yeah.
I'll message you.
Yeah.
But yes, that is all.
Wow. So did you learn some new things?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. It was actually really enjoyable. But yes, thank you for coming on again. What I like to say now is this is your time. This is where you can bring Moxie out. look at your camera that's in front of you there and tell the people. It's like I always say, it's in the comment, it's in the description, it's going to be on the screen throughout the video, but let them hear you advertise yourself. Tell them who you are.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, so my main sort of platform, I guess, that I share stuff in is Instagram. That's how you found me.
That's where I found
and
you.
so, yeah, my username is Moxie Hart with a little underscore, but I think you're like, yeah. And that is really where I share about most of my like upcoming things. And so yeah, please follow me on there. I also share cute videos of my bird and of my jewelry.
Do you make your own jewelry?
No, I just spend a lot of money on it.
Just butchered the word jewelry.
Jewelry, yeah, accessories. Just like, yeah.
You spend a lot of money on it.
On my accessories. Yeah. It started off being as part of for drag and for Moxie, and I'm like, no, this is for
me.
Helen now too.
This is me.
Yeah.
I found me in this. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually like, I have so many accessories, and I really love ASMR videos, and I actually like, I want to like just create like cute stuff with my accessories and like ASMR. I don't know. I reckon I can bring the two together. It's like entertaining and relaxing. I guess so like yeah, watch this space for
Moxie Hart ASMR.
Yeah,
it would just be like rings in a jar and just like picking them up.
That's it. Jingling
them like necklace. I actually do like the sound of like a necklace going down on a table. Like,
the sounds
like curling up and then picking it up and then like
That's
we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
But yes, everybody, thank you for listening. Thank you, Moxie. And
thank you too. Thanks for having me here.
That is all okay. Thank you for saying yes once again. And I guess this is the way I like to end every single episode, to say goodbye to the faithful many, and also goodbye to our brand new South Australian listener.
We appreciate you.
We appreciate you. You are loved. We'll stop the jokes as soon as you join us. But yes. Anyway, guys, thank you for listening, and toodaloo.